It just wouldn't be an AEW weekend. An AEW event. I didn't talk about it. Pretty sure most of you guys would live without it, but I couldn't. I need to talk about it because AEW is like my venting time. You know, I get to vent about all the things that I like and dislike about professional wrestling. And I don't know, AEW is like kind of like prime Finn Balor push for me, just a little bit more edgier. I don't know, WWE, it's just like I know what it's going to be. It's going to be mediocre crap. No matter how many times I say it's going to be good or bad, it doesn't matter. It's just there. But AEW, whether I like or dislike the shows, at least there's something to talk about. At least there's that fire and that spark to actually want to talk about this show. So yeah, I'm not the biggest AEW fan. I wouldn't say it's my favorite promotion. But golly, is it a little bit more fun to talk about the WWE? Is there a little bit more energy to say like, hey, I'm going to talk about AEW? Absolutely. So let's get started now with this live stream of AEW All Out preview and predictions. Chase is broke right now, so there's no prediction contest for this one. Plus, I'm not watching the event live. I'm watching it Sunday morning. I work Saturday night. I'm not switching my shift because Saturday at 6, it's UFC Weili Zhang versus Jessica Andrade. I'm going to watch that. Alabama plays at 12:30. Yes, I'm a Crimson Tide fan. Roll Tide. Lomachenko is boxing at 2 p.m. and my work is at 7. I could probably watch a little bit of AEW before I go to work, but then I got some fantasy drafts I need to do. So basically what I'm going to say is that I just won't be able to watch it live. But do expect a review Sunday morning if you guys do care for the AEW reviews. Do expect a review there. But other than that, don't expect any live review afterwards or my live tweets about it. If I catch something when I'm watching it, when I'm home, probably. But yeah. So yeah, All Out. Live from the Sears Center, the official sequel to All In that happened last year around it. Isn't that crazy? Like All In was around this time last year. Like think about that. This time last year, the biggest indie event of all time happened. Now AEW, it's its own little company with the Bucks and Cody Rhodes, and they're looking to continue on with these big shows. Now I'm going to just say this first and foremost. This pay-per-view, I'm honestly not all that excited for. And it's not because like, oh, I'm not a big AEW fan. It's not even that. It's just more of like this pay-per-view feels like such a filler show with some special events hidden put in there. For me, it's just like, okay, I'm more excited for your first TNT show than I am about this pay-per-view. I know what you guys do for pay-per-views. I already know how the live shows go. Like, I already know this. I already understand it. For me, I want to know how your TV show is going to go. So for this show right here, and I look at the match card, I just don't think this show is worth forking $60 over. Like, I just don't see it. It's such a standard match card. I feel like if any other company presented us this match card, it would just kind of be like, oh, yeah, it's okay. But no, since it's AEW, we have to give it all the false pretenses. Yeah, Shadow Badass. I honestly, I have not watched one AEW event live. I've watched them all via replay and still felt the same. I feel like when you watch, like, I feel like sometimes too, you get blinded by like Twitter sometimes, and I don't know, stuff just blends together. So anyways, let's go ahead and talk about the buy-in, which haven't been good recently. Private Party is going to take on Angelico and Jack Evans. I don't think Private Party is going to lose this one because aren't they facing the Young Bucks on the TNT show soon? So yeah, they ain't losing that one. Then you have the 21-woman casino battle royale. Winner will receive a match for the inaugural AEW Women's World Title scheduled for TNT on October 2nd. Wow, that's exciting. We talked about this on the Team Heel podcast. And the women that were on there were just normal. Brandy's in there. Britt Baker's in there. What's that one girl's name? Nyla Rose is in there. Jazz, Roddy Piper's daughter's in there. Like it's like, let's just be real here. I don't understand how AEW is like, we're talking about presenting themselves as a real sport, and they're just like saying, yeah, we want to present ourselves as like a real feeling sport and make it feel like, you know, the sport is legit and blah blah blah. Like, I don't see it in the UFC where they have a battle royale to decide who's going to face Kamaru Usman for the welterweight title. Like Like, that's the thing. There's like way too many battle royales that AEW is doing, and some of them are just like, okay, you're just getting a title shot. Like, really, that's how you're going to get a title shot, is via a battle royale? Sure, you can poke fun at WWE booking all you want, but this is some WCW level booking, and not even good WCW booking. Hell, this is some TNA booking. And especially if the battle royale person is pretty much just someone that comes in near the end, it doesn't make it look like, oh, you told this story of them battling and gritting their way from the bottom all the way to the top. No, they literally came in at the end because that was the only way to get the crowd excited for the rest of the match. When you look at the potential winners here, these are the names that could possibly win. Stephanie McMahon, she probably is going to win. You know, she's the chief brandy officer. She's Cody's wife. They would think this is good heel heat when it's more just get the fuck off my TV heat. But yeah, so Stephanie McMahon could probably win. Allie, because she has held the world title for another company before. Women's title, I should say, for another company that was on television. But then again, that makes too much sense, so we're going to throw that one out of the water. Britt Baker, Mrs. Adam Cole. She seems to be the one that's getting pushed a lot for AEW. So, yeah, there we go. She's fine. Awesome Khan. I think Awesome Khan is Stephanie's bitch. So, no, she's not going to win. And then, what's her name? Nyla Rose. I don't think she's going to win, you know. So, yeah. It's between Stephanie McMahon and Britt Baker. Pick your poison. Because that's literally what it is. It's poison. You get Stephanie. You get the same old shit that we've been seeing for years on TV. You get Britt Baker, and you just get someone that has no character, which we've been seeing for years on TV. This is changing wrestling. Yay! Speaking of women's wrestling in AEW, we got another Joshi wrestling featured match. That's what I've always been looking forward to in these ones. As we have Riho, who teamed with Kenny Omega when she was like 10 years old, taking on, and I'm sorry if I butchered this, Hikaru Shida. I'm sorry. These Joshi matches just take too long to get to the point. I have no invested interest in Riho or Shida whatsoever. I'm sure they'll go out there and perform really well in the last 3 minutes. I just don't care. Riho is going to win because Kenny Omega likes her more. So there we go next. Luchasaurus and the Jungle Boy Marco Stunt, two boys and a dinosaur, taking on SoCal Uncensored, Daniels, Frankie Kazarian, and Scorpio Sky. SCU should be a fun matchup. Actually, one of the matchups I'm looking forward to the most. SCU knows how to be characters, which is rare in AEW. Luchasaurus knows how to be a character, which is rare in AEW. Jungle Boy is somewhat of a character, which is rare in AEW. And Marco Stunt is just Marco Stunt. Should be a fun filler opening 6-man tag match with SCU winning, hopefully. Hopefully. Let's see, what else do we have here? Oh, the Cracker Barrel Clash. Darby Allin, Joey Janela, and Jimmy Havoc. Okay. You can't find a way to get these guys in singles matches. You guys will bash other companies for doing triple threats and everything. And here you go with a Cracker Barrel Clash. Triple threat match. Like, seriously. Like, talk about WCW TNA gimmicks. Like, this sounds like a TNA match. Like a Cracker Barrel Clash. What the heck is this? And then you got guys like Darby Allin, Joey Janela, and Jimmy Havoc. Who benefits from this match? Like, honestly, who benefits from this match? No one. Joey Janela's stock has fallen. This guy was like the bad boy of the independents. Well, at one point, people were arguing if he's the king of the independents with Matt Riddle and Shane Strickland. And now all of a sudden, he gets punked out by Enzo at a Blink-182 concert. And now the bad boy is just hated by everyone. Everyone just hates Joey Janela. And then you go with Darby Allin. He had one solid match with Triple H, and now everyone loves him. Everyone's like, oh, yeah, dude, Darby Allin's great. No. And then Jimmy Havoc, I feel like he's been wrestling for 20 years, and he hasn't done shit. Like, literally, that's how I feel about Jimmy Havoc. Like, he's been in this business for how long, and I don't know what the hell he's done. So when I see this and I look at this triangle of a Crackle Barrel Clash match, I just say to myself, I don't care. Well, literally, I don't care. The Crackle Barrel can crush all three of these people. And I would still say, I don't know who won. So honestly, don't care. Another goofy gimmick match. Next. Let's see. Wow. We're at the main card already. Wow, that was quick. Let's hopefully this show is not 5 hours. Best Friends taking on Dark Order. Dark Order is already hated by the AEW crowd because they're big. So they should win this match because they need the first round bye more than the Best Friends. But I don't understand this. Why don't they just call this the first match of the tournament? Why are they saying, oh, this team gets a first round bye? Because see, the thing is, if Best Friends or Dark Order loses and they're still in the tournament, I won't feel as bad. I'll just be like, well, they still are in the tournament. They still have a chance to make the tournament and win the tag titles at the end of the day. It's not like they're completely out of it. So, like, honestly, I don't know why they're making this match so complicated. I don't know why they're like, oh, yeah, it's for a first round bye. Like, Tony Khan, I get it, man. You're trying some different stuff. But keep it simple, man. You don't need to, like, convolute stuff. Just say this is a first round tournament match. Just say that. But yeah, Dark Order should probably win this match just because, even though there's no heels and faces, because Triple H said so in AEW, that I don't know why, but there's no heel and faces. Dark Order seem like they're bad guys. And even though we have to paint the canvas to interpret that they are bad guys, yeah, that's what we have to do. So, fucking Cody Rhodes, what a fucking moron. He is. But yeah, Dark Order should probably win this match. Triple H taking on Shawn Spears with Tully Blanchard. And just because it's Tully Blanchard, I got to do this. Shout out if you remember that reference. Anyways. The good old days. Anyways, Triple H, doing his little Triple H things, trying to be the baddest man on the planet, bulking up like he does in the gym with his wife, Stephanie. It should make sense that the artist formerly known as Ty Dillinger should win this match, right? Well, he won't. Because what's the point? There's no heels or faces in AEW. It's for us to paint the canvas and interpret the art our own way, even though when we interpret the art our own way, Triple H will vanity search us and block us on Twitter for doing so. So we can't really interpret the art their own way. They just want us to do this with the art. Yeah, no thank you. When it comes down to it, I'm just going to say this. Ty Dillinger should win. Cody does not need this fucking win. He really doesn't. You're going all in with this Shawn Spears chairmaster or whatever the heck gimmick he is. I don't care. If you are going to do something with someone like Shawn Spears, Ty Dillinger, whatever the hell his name is, you're going to do something with him. He has to win the match. Jeff Jarrett / Triple H / Cody Rhodes, he can win at any time because he is an EVP. His stock won't fall if he loses to Shawn Spears. But I won't be surprised if this goes to a draw and then we have to settle it down on the next episode of AEW on TNT, or Cody, he has to win to look strong for his big match against Sammy Guevara out of all freaking people. Like, I wouldn't be surprised. Because Cody Rhodes is Triple H. He is Jeff Jarrett. He is trying to be the man. When we all know he isn't the man. He is just still Dusty's little boy. Shawn Spears should win, but I'm predicting Cody will. And let's get on to the same old shit Bucks taking on the Lucha Brothers. I honestly don't care about this match. And everyone's going to be like, oh, Chase, this is you being... No, here's the thing. Sure, the ladder match is fine. It's for the AAA tag titles, but they're calling this the ladder match of death. Why isn't there more on the line? I'm being that honest here. If this is a ladder match of death, there should be more on the line than just stupid wrestling belts. Put the Lucha Brothers masks on the line. Put the Young Bucks' hair on the line. Do something. Do something where there's more on the line than just, oh, it's the title, so we're calling it a ladder match of death. So you guys are going to go through death for some wrestling belts. Like, here's the thing about wrestling. It's more than just winning the belts. There's personal storylines. There's personal connections. And that's the thing. The Young Bucks like to go on there on the StarCast show saying they won't give up on storylines in 2 weeks. You guys have. Because I thought this storyline was supposed to be some personal thing that the Lucha Brothers have woken aside of the Young Bucks that they didn't want to face, but really they haven't. The Young Bucks, you guys are still the same. You go out there and do the same old fucking shit. You guys never freaking change. You just keep doing the same shit. Try something new in your matches. Instead, you have to put yourself in a spot best match that Dave Meltzer will overrate and give 4.5 stars at the most. Can you do something different? You guys gave up on that storyline of actually trying to change and be something different and try to take on the Lucha Brothers at their own game. So don't sit here and freaking go, oh yeah, we won't drop storylines in 2 weeks. You guys did. Check your facts, Jack. It's just annoying watching these twats. I'm sorry, I can't. If you guys like their style, awesome, good for you. But for me, cut it out. Joey from freaking Fuller House or Full House, I don't care. I can't deal with them. I really can't. So when it comes down to it with the Young Bucks and the Lucha Brothers, I wish there was more on the line. But for me, this is just another Young Bucks jerk-off match to show up how cool the Young Bucks are, even though they're just not that cool, and just them doing a bunch of stupid shit for the fans to go. You may trick some fans. You may trick a lot of the people in the building that night, but you won't trick me. If you're going to call this a ladder match of death, there needs to be a reason why. There needs to be something different about a ladder match. Because like all of this is just a ladder match. It's just a ladder match. There's no battle for like the masks involved. There's no battle for your hair involved. There's nothing about this match that feels like this is a traditional ladder match or traditional Lucha Libre Apostle match. No, this is just a regular fucking ladder match. You just put ladder match of death to make it sound special because you guys were like, oh yeah, we don't speak Spanish. We don't understand it. Let's call this Escalado Death. Whatever. Moving on. Oh, who's winning? The Young Bucks. Because Tony Khan. Matt Jackson gives him that one for sure. All right, the AEW World Title match. Hold up. Guys, I got to get my glasses. I think I'm reading this wrong. Where the fuck are you? There you are. All right, the AEW World Championship. Oh, shit, dude. That almost killed me. Shit. Thank God I'm so fast with my reflexes. All right, the AEW World Title match. Adam Page versus Chris Jarrett. No. I see Pac versus Kenny Omega on the card. Guys, is Pac versus Kenny Omega not for the title? Huh. What? Wow. Alrighty then. Kenny Omega versus Pac. So, John Moxley, unfortunately, has MRSA again. May you have a speedy recovery, Mr. Moxley. And he had to be replaced. He was replaced by that bastard Pac, the king of the cruiserweights, Neville. So Pac and AEW worked out their differences, and now Kenny Omega is going to take on Pac at the show instead of John Moxley. Now, for me, going in, the match I was most excited for was Moxley versus Omega, because I was curious to see how the match would turn out. Because Moxley's track record against good wrestlers isn't good. It's just really isn't. He's not good against good wrestlers. And I wanted to see how Kenny Omega was going to try to carry him throughout a match. So I was interested in that. But instead, we're getting Pac versus Omega, which honestly should have been a world title match. This should be your world title match. See, the thing is, Pac is one of the guys where it's like, if you ask people who did WWE mess up on, Pac is one of those guys. Now, I know a lot of people are going to be like, well, Chase, how come you're not saying it should have been Omega versus Moxley then? Omega and Moxley, there's some animosity. There's a feud there that doesn't need the title. That's more of a good featured matchup. That's more of a good featured dream matchup. And I don't care what anyone says. You can have people spin it saying Dean Ambrose, aka John Moxley, was terribly misused in WWE. I disagree with that 100%. The guy was a former WWE champion, pretty much was in all the main event segments that he mostly would always be in. I don't understand how people think that John Moxley / Dean Ambrose was misused in WWE. What, just because he wasn't a megastar? Sorry, Vince didn't see him as one. Not. That's obviously something that was a disconnect between him and Moxley, but hey, man, to say John Moxley was misused compared to Neville is criminally stupid. Neville was misused. How do you misuse a guy that is built like a fucking god? Like, look at Neville's physique, dude. Guys like me who are the same size as Neville wish we were jacked as Neville. But not only that, the dude could wrestle all different styles. He's from the UK. He has a unique look to him. He does cool shit. But instead, you misuse him. You don't know how to use him. You put him down in the cruiserweights, and he kills it over there. Instead of bringing him up to reward him for his hard work, you decide, oh, we're going to keep you there, Neville. And he doesn't want to come back because he feels like he's worth more. And so that's a guy that's been misused in WWE. Freaking Moxley is a former world champion. Money in the Bank winner. Gets main events. How the hell is Moxley misused? Please tell me how in the hell John Moxley, Dean Ambrose, was misused and was treated wrongly in the WWE. Nah. Dean Ambrose was treated fine. He was treated fine in the WWE. He got paid good money. But when it came down to it, that's why I felt like Pac versus Omega would be the better world title match, because here you have Kenny Omega, who people are labeling as the best wrestler in the world. And then you have Pac, a guy that a lot of people like and has, still the WWE fans that, recognize him, but he's someone that's facing the best wrestler in the world, and people consider him as well on that tier category. So now you have it where they're facing for the world title. That would be sick. And then especially if Pac wins, and then it's redemption, and everyone's going to say, like, see, he could have been a main eventer. Moxley didn't need that. Moxley and Omega was fine without a belt. There's certain matches that don't need a belt. I wish fans could learn that, but it is what it is. But yeah, Pac versus Omega, honestly, it should be Pac winning. Omega does not need to win. It's a down year for Kenny Omega. You just got to accept it and move on. You just got to understand that Kenny Omega is going to have a down year. Like, this has to be his down year. This maybe next year will be his redemption year. Maybe later on the year he can repair it during the TV show. But as of right now, Kenny Omega, it's sad to say that he should be putting people over. He really shouldn't. He was the hottest free agent in wrestling in quite some time, and he's just putting people over left and right. But I feel like it's best if Pac wins. Like, I don't feel like you have to give the belt to Omega. Giving the belt, not giving the belt, giving Omega the win here does nothing. Maybe Omega winning against Moxley does something, because Moxley is one of those guys where you can kind of get away with, especially early on in AEW, not winning or losing too much. But against Pac needs to win. Which is why I'm afraid if I'm choosing Pac to win, I would have to choose Hangman to win the world title. Ugh. Hangman Page versus Chris Jericho, I think, is going to be a very solid match. I don't know if it's a world title match good. I have to wait and see when I watch it. I'm just afraid they're going to give the belt to Hangman, and I don't know how that's going to go well. It's kind of funny. We always talk about in wrestling, young talent versus the old talent. But here's the thing. In WWE, we bitch about that because WWE really needs to focus on that, because the older guys are not going to be around for much longer. Hangman, you're a new company. You need to establish people's eyes on the viewing audience. I don't know if Hangman Page with the Modelo theme is able to do that. I feel like Chris Jericho will be able to help you get a new audience and help people want to stick around and tune in. I don't know about Hangman Page. I know a lot of people say, well, give him the belt and see what happens. It's like, yeah, you give him the belt and you see what happens, and what if it doesn't turn out well? And sure, the first episode you can't really judge because, hey, the ratings are going to be high on that one because people want to check it out for the first time. But what about week 2, week 3, week 4? How would he do as champion? That's the main thing for me. How is he going to be as a champion that's going to be worth my time? Jericho, I know he can be champion good. And, everyone's going to say, well, if Pac wins Chase, then Hangman should win. But yeah, remember, but like Triple H said, Executive Vice President Cody said, he said, there's no heels and faces in AEW. You can have Pac versus Jericho. Who cares? There's no heels versus faces. It's just the best versus the best. So I don't know. I feel like Jericho should win and just hold the belt for at least until January. I know everyone's saying like, oh, that's too long, but they need to establish that belt. They need to give Jericho a good reason and build that opponent up. I just think Hangman, he's a good talent. I've watched a lot of Hangman matches. I was saying like, he's fun to watch, But here's the thing. There's a lot of guys that are fun to watch, but are just not ready for the main event scene. And when I think about it, if I was building a company today, I'm just going to be honest here. I wouldn't even put Hangman close to my world title. I'm all the AEW guys. Cody is more of a world champion ready than freaking Hangman Page. And you guys know I hate Cody more than I don't even hate Hangman Page. Hangman Page is just there. He's okay to watch. I'm not going to say he's one of my favorites, but I don't hate the guy. But Cody, you guys know I'm not a big fan of, and I'm ranking him over Hangman Page. So I'm keeping my bias out of here. Kenny Omega, definitely over Hangman Page. Pac over Hangman Page. How about Moxley over Hangman Page? Like, those guys are main eventers to me, at least in the scheme of AEW. Hangman Page, like, I don't know. So yeah, when it comes down to it, I don't feel like Hangman Page should win. I feel like Chris Jericho should win, but ultimately, I think AEW will make Hangman Page win. 4 years ago, Coach Brian Larson gave Brian Ortega a chance to either fight on the streets or fight for his community. That fucking Modelo commercial. Stuck in my fucking head. Yeah, but anyways, I think AEW All Out, like I said, I'm not really that excited for this show. I'm more excited for the first TNT show. I think All Out will be a solid show. I don't think it needs to be 5 hours, but if they can find a way to make this show good for 3 hours and not do too much and have it where some matches at least go only like a certain pace, I feel like this show could deliver. Is it worth your $60? Oh, no. I think Double or Nothing definitely was more of a $60 card than this one. This one right here, you can find friends that want to chip in, find ways to watch it for cheaper. If you guys know streaming services where you can pay like a subscription fee to help the streamer out, I would rather do that than pay $60. Like, or if you can find a VPN to do the British ones and pay that for $20 is the most I would go for this card. $60, man, I'm saving that for Poirier versus Habib too. I ain't paying $60 for not Habib too. Poirier versus Habib. I ain't paying $60 to watch Cody Rhodes versus Ty Dillinger. So, yep. So that's it. All out thoughts and predictions. You guys ready for a Q&A? I'm ready for a Q&A. I like Q&As. So you guys send your questions, por favor, and we'll talk. Betting you that the longest match of the night is the Young Bucks versus Lucha Bros. No thanks to the Young Bucks have sucked, no selling, and hyperactively wrestling but not slowing down. Oh, yeah, man. 32 minutes. 32 minutes at the most. No, 33, 34. I think 34 minutes will be the most for them, for the Young Bucks. I don't know, man. The Young Bucks just have punchable faces, too, man. Like for real, dude. Like, they just look like they just want to be punched in the face. I just don't know how they became over. That's like the one mystery in wrestling. Like, how did the Young Bucks become over? Freaking Japan, dude. I don't know why. I'm looking at the All Out poster, and it's like Cody Rhodes versus Shawn Spears. I'm like, oh my god, that's like really the big featured matchup. It's like pretty funny. Let me pull this up. Let me see if I can pull it up. Oh no, I don't have a way to pull it up. I'm on YouTube live streaming. I forgot. I thought I was on my encoder for a minute. Oh, you're fine, Wrestling Fans 360. Never apologize if you miss a stream. I really have to ask your thoughts on Dwight Howard returning to the Lakers. I'm super excited for it. Dwight and LeBron together. What an amazing combo that will be. And if Dwight comes back, I think he'll be pretty solid. I mean, 12 and 8. That's all they really need from Dwight Howard, just 12 points and 8 rebounds. And maybe in a block. 12, 8, and 1. I think that's possible. But yeah, I think it's a good fit for Dwight Howard. I've even been a fan of Heyman, though, being the Elite. I love the stories and segments he was in. Now he's just one of my fun-to-watch wrestlers since I don't know what his character is anymore. Yeah, what is his character? I never knew what his character was. Chase, not a question, but all that is going to be the elite, the elite, the elite, the elite. Have you seen the NBA 2K20 My Career trailer? Yep, Akira touchdown, and I'm out. I can't. I'm done with this. I'm tired of my character having a stupid nickname. I'm tired of my character doing something that I wouldn't do. Like I watched Chris Moose playthrough. There is a moment where your character sits out of a game to prove up. No, I wouldn't do that. Like, what the heck? All this stuff, doing too much with the draft combine to get on the team I want to get on. Like, I don't care, dude. Skipping 2K. I'm honest about this. I'm skipping 2K this year. I 2K when it's on sale, man. I can't this year with NBA 2K20. It's just such a hard pass. Like, there's nothing about the game that's making me say I improved this year. Like, I like Madden a heck of a lot this year. I think it's one of the better Maddens for sure when it comes to gameplay. But 2K, I'll just watch Chris move, and if he gets me an amp for it, like, it's coming out literally, I think, next week. I'm not even excited. Normally, I get excited. Normally, I get all filled up. I get like these bubbly feelings, like, yeah, 2K. I'm literally just like, So yeah, that's how I feel about 2K. I'll probably just wait until it goes on sale, or if I get like extra Amazon credit or something like that, buy it on Amazon for cheap. So yeah. Can Kyrie bring the Nets to the playoffs without KD? Oh yeah, the Nets made the playoffs without Kyrie with D'Angelo Russell. They have a talented team around them. I think, yeah, they'll definitely be fine without KD, and Kyrie will get them to at least a 4 seed. I know I tweeted about this, but your honest opinions about the XFL 2020 teams. I like the LA Wildcats. Go Wildcats. It's freaking awesome. New York Guardians is probably the best looking team, in my personal opinion. Like, oh my God, the design is tough. The color scheme's tough. The line's sick. Those are the ones that stand out to me, though. The other teams, like, I think Seattle had a weird-ass team. I didn't like them so much. They're the Dragons. They look like the UAB Dragons. Like, it looks just like the UAB logo. Shouldn't Cody be trying to promote the world title match instead of being the match, since the winner is going to be people you build your shows around? Wrestling Fan 316, you make too much sense. Cody will block you on Twitter now for saying that. I can't believe you put so much sense in a question. Yeah, no, Cody should be focusing on that, right? Yeah. I will be doing a UFC 242 predictions, Isaac Brock, next week. Next week will be prediction heavy, as I'll be doing NFL Week 1 predictions and UFC 242 predictions. But I do apologize because sometimes when they do these Abu Dhabi cards, they put fighters I don't know shit about. If I have to watch some Dana White Tuesday night contenders, I will. But I don't know anyone like, I know Islam is fighting. Islam Makhachev is fighting. Felder versus Barbosa 2, which is going to be sick. And then Habib versus Poirier, which would be awesome. But yes, I'll be doing NFL Week 1 predictions and also those. Will Carmelo Anthony and Jerry Whelan play in the NBA? Still playing the NBA? How ironic these two out of history. Carmelo, yes, he has a chance. Jeremy Lin, I think his time is done. Oh, the stream is buffering? Oh, I'm sorry about that. Sometimes that happens, man. Who the fuck is texting me at this time? Yeah, that's why Connor's sitting out, man. Connor's sitting out because he knows he's going to get that Habib rematch. Like, there's no reason for Connor to go out there and, like, here's the thing. Connor did a good job in the interview, making it seem like he's open to fighting anyone. But he's just waiting to see what happens in Habib and Poirier. And especially if Poirier wins, oh, we all know what happened. Connor smoked Poirier the last time they fought. So now it's like, oh, yeah, it's the rematch. Can Conor McGregor do it again? And, you know, Poirier, maybe the moment will get too much to him and he'll get smoked again. So that's the thing that most people need to look at here, is that it could be a thing. Jorge versus Nate, who you got? That's a tough one. I think Masvidal, if it's at 170, I think he has that one. Much bigger, be able to use his strength a little bit more. Diaz has only been knocked out, though, by Josh Thompson. And we all know Josh Thompson had to be on some steroids or some shit. No way he was that strong. But I think Jorge is a little bit bigger, and he'll be able to bully Nate a little bit more. Your favorite Mohamed I always forget how to pronounce this guy's name. Fudulat video. Oh, man, dude. Definitely Habib versus the Bear. Like, that one is funny. I don't know why, because he brings out all the good memes for that one. The Ben Askren ghost meme is like my favorite. Every time like Ben Askren's laugh and then the ghost is, my phone was a balloon. My phone was a balloon. That guy's just smart with it. He took away one of my favorites, Kamaru Usman doing the thingy-mabobber thing. So, yeah. Do you feel Henry Cejudo has reached the maximum cringe level of UFC fighters? Cejudo, the thing about Cejudo, he is definitely cringy. The only thing that I really laughed at that he did when he was doing, he was telling bedtime stories to his belts. He's like, oh, TJ Sharded again. He threw out the diaper. That was funny, but other than that, man, yeah, he's cringy. Like Colby Covington has done a great job. Like, I don't know how. People are now on the Colby train. I'm so shocked by this because, like, here's the thing. Chael never brought politics into his trash talk writing. It was strictly about, I'm going to beat the best fighter. Colby Covington's talking about Donald Trump, and yet people over here are eating it up, man. Like I will watch Colby Covington interviews just because like some of the things he says are just like pretty much what's it called? Are pretty much like hilarious. Like it's smart, but people will be like, "Oh my god, this guy's a genius." I really think he won people over with the Kurt Angle theme music. Once he came out to that, everyone's like, "Oh yeah, this is a gimmick for real deal." But yeah, so porn star cardio Colby Covington wearing the MAGA hat somehow became freaking over against Kamaru Usman. Like, geez, man, that's so crazy. Kamaru Usman should be like the guy everyone celebrates and hopes he beats up Colby and stuff. But no, man, it's the other way around. People want to see Colby beat Marty Fake Snoozman. That's a good one, Marty Fake Snoozman. I think my favorite Colby Covington one was like where he was all like, what's it called? He has to send it. He has to send messages to his chief and whatever that one place is called. This chief and whatever it's called. Do you feel? How about Stipe's dance? Stipe's dance is. I like when he goes RH. I don't really care about Stipe's dance all that much. 2K deleted their NBA 2K20 My Team Beer where it showed Cash Nasty and LSK opening loot boxes and gambling cards packs as Casino Simulator as the video was widely received for 23K dislikes. Oh God, that sounds terrible. Do a Colby Covington impression? I don't know how. I don't have sunglasses to wear, but I'll just wear this hat. Sup, dorks? What's up, dorks? You guys over here watching this live stream with me, the King of Chaos, Colby Covington. And I'm over here making sure that you guys understand how we're going to make American great again against Marty Fake Snoozman if he ever shows up. So you dorks have any questions for me, or do I have to freaking just sit here and try to entertain you guys? Look, I don't have any of the mamacitas with me, man. They're all in bed. I'm not going to show them on camera because they're all naked. I don't want to get this taken down from YouTube. You know what I'm saying? But I got some mamacitas in the bed, and I got to work on that porn star cardio. And if you guys keep asking me these lame questions, I ain't going to have to leave anytime soon. Fans wouldn't be into Marty Fake Snooze that man or Ben Askren because their trash talk is just not that good. They go on and they try to act like they're tough men, but really, to be honest, they're just little boys that need their mommy to hold them to sleep at night. They still need the nipple from their mom. That's the problem. I'm a man. I don't need my mom's nipple. Marty Fake Snoozman needs his mom's nipple all the time. His dad's in jail for criminal and fraud. He's someone that's not a real American. Ben Askren, this guy has Asperger's. He doesn't know what he's doing out there. He doesn't know how to be with the woman. He doesn't know how to talk. He has to write out a script. He's like Brian Gerwertz trying to help The Rock out. Make a porn star cardio baby. And look at this. See, Marty Fink Snoozman's trying. Other than Kobe, between Tim Duncan and KG, whose retirement was sadder? All of them are just old journeyman bums in the NBA. They didn't really do anything compared to Jordan. They're not doing anything compared to LeBron right now. They're just like Kevin Smorant and Stephen Murray. They're just bums. They don't go to the White House to celebrate with our great president, Donald Trump. I mean, honestly, you guys are just such bums, man. Thoughts on the new SpongeBob memes? The only memes that I only care about is the memes that I put out. The MAGA bombs. That's all I really care about. I am Batman. I don't care about no SpongeBob memes. I don't care about SpongeBob doing something goofy or the Krusty Krab and the bucket of chum. I don't care about any of this. Doing. Come on, dweeb. You should know this already. God, you guys are asking such dumb questions. You know what? I don't have time for these questions anymore. It was great talking to you guys, but I got other stuff and more important things to worry about. The porn star cardio is not going to work on themselves, man. So the mamacitas are in the bed, and I'm going to go meet them up real quick. So, you guys got a few more questions with me. Marty Fake Snoozman is just like me, man. All he does is to pick up my second pieces. I left Damian Maya in his pool of his own blood. I took Rafael dos Nachos, and I took him down and made sure that he was no longer the hero of Brazil. And he took up my second pieces. He's lucky that he even fought them. He is so lucky that he got them at the right time. It was because of me. He just copies my whole career. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show that D2 scrub what it's like when you face a real American hero and a real fighter like me. Popeyes or Chick-fil-A, they're both trash. I wouldn't even eat Popeyes or Chick-fil-A. Look, man, I'm all about America consumer goods. If I'm going to be anything, I'm going to be American. Cheeseburgers from McDonald's are the best cheeseburgers in the world. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm just trying to tell you guys that I want to eat Popeyes or Chick-fil-A. Popeyes chicken sandwich is overrated. You know, you guys can go ahead and wait in line with Marty Fake Snoozman for those Popeyes chicken sandwiches. And Chick-fil-A, you know, I respect them. You know, they did help Mr. Trump get into office. But when it comes down to it, you got to be open on Sundays. I like my chicken on Sundays. I want to be able to eat some Chick-fil-A on Sundays. So yeah, eat into fast food like that. That's for more dweebs than anything else. John Jones is in his jail cell. I don't even care what John Jones is doing. What is he doing? He's just sitting there in his jail cell waiting for them to release him so that way he can go ahead and cheat and beat and win in another fight. Colby's ghost didn't take over. This is the king of chaos right here. Would I smash Holly or Tate, Colby? Holly Holm is like a man. I wouldn't use me. She would probably call me a bad name or call me a rapist or something. And we all know Misha Tate. She would have no problem wanting to go with the King of Chaos. She got her fame off of putting nudes online and everything. I know what Misha Tate looks like, and I'm not impressed. I wouldn't even touch her. Paige Van Sant makes more money on Instagram. Thoughts? Well, good for her. She can make all that money on Instagram all she wants, but at the end of the day, you only make money when you defend your championship and you're there at Team Alpha Fail, just doing a bunch of stuff with her husband and Uriah failed over there, and he's not really doing anything to help her. Of course, she's going to make money off Instagram. A lot of guys still want to try to like get at her. Trust me, she tried to slid into my DMs. I never slid into her DMs once, and I told her no. I have no interest in Team Alpha Fails. John Jones is always in trouble, Wrestling Fan 316. That's what you got to understand. He's just a junky loser. Brazil is always a dump, and it will always be a dump. I beat their hero on Rafael Dos Nachos. It doesn't matter who else comes after me from Brazil because I'm the king of Brazil. I pretty much beat Rafael Dos Nachos, their hero, and anyone else that comes after me, they just don't stand a chance. You know, you can bring up all the Brazilians you can want from Tough Brazil. You can bring up the whole Brazilian Black House camp. You can bring everyone from Brazil. Heck, you can tell Anderson Silva to take a time machine, go back in time and try to fight me, and it'll end up the same. I'm going to leave Anderson Silva in his pool of his own blood. I'm going to leave Damian Maia in a pool of his own blood, and I'm going to leave Rafael Dos Nachos in a pool of his own blood. That's just what happens. Brazil's always going to be a dump, and it's always going to be one of the worst places in the world. I can't wait till President Trump finds a way to help Brazil become better, because that's what President Trump will do. He'll make Brazil better. Looks like these weebs don't have any more questions for me. Sorry, guys, that the stream was going on. You know, sometimes with porn star cardio, you have porn star connection. Nothing much, degenerate Sharingan. Just doing a Colby Covington impression. It's pretty fun. Just making shit up off the top of my head that I think Colby Covington would say. So it's pretty cool to end the night. Dweebs. If I had sunglasses, this would work better because he wears sunglasses. And then, no, I don't have a MAGA hat. I do have a red hat somewhere that I could possibly wear. That would be better. This is fun. Ugh. I'm glad you guys think my Colby's pretty good. Not that I work on it. It's just like you kind of know how to do certain impressions after you hear them a lot. So I'm going to go back and listen to it, too. I'm going to go back and listen to it, see if I did a good job. I thought I did a good job. I'll hold my title forever. Barack. The title, the lightweight championship, and the middleweight championship are never going to leave my shoulders. Once I beat Marty Fake Snoozman, I'm going to be a real American hero. Take down Habib Nurmagomedov, whatever his name is. Take off that stupid wig of his. Beat him to a bloody pulp and make him wish that he would never come back to the UFC. Then I'm going to go take on that felterweight and what's his name? The guy that's always sick. Always sick. He never wants to fight. He's just like Marty Fake Snoozman, making up injuries. Robert Felker. Felker, some loser like him. I'm going to take him down, and I don't care if it's Israel Adesanya because he always likes to talk about video games and how he's loading and stuff. Well, you're going to be game over once I'm done with you. It doesn't matter. I'm going to win the lightweight, welterweight, and middleweight championships, be America's triple champ for years to come, and no one's going to stop me. It's just like the Trump train. You either get on or off the tracks because the Colby train or the Trump train is going to take you down. So I'm going to hold my titles for a long time. No one's going to stop me. Can you name me all the welterweights? I'll tell you if you're going to stop me or not, because none of them are going to stop me. I'm a real champion. Connor's always retired. He's never going to come out of retirement. Once I beat Marty Fake Snoozman, and once Habib beats that failure and Dustin high school dropout and Dustin Poirier, Connor's not going to want to face me. He'll know that I'm just too much for him. I'll get out of the Colby predictions for Colby impressions for NXT TakeOver UK. I didn't even know they were doing one. Oh, yeah, no, they are. NXT TakeOver UK card. Let me see. You TakeOver Cardiff. Your card. This is NXT TakeOver UK Cardiff. All right, so Tony Storm's taking on Kaylee Ray. I don't know who Kaylee Ray is. I know who Tony Storm is, so I'm going to go with Tony Storm. Walter taking on Tyler Bate. Walter should probably retain. Zach Gibson versus Mark Andrews and Flash Morgan. Webster, what the hell? Versus Galus. I'm just going to go with Galus because they actually sound like they have a tag team name. Dave Mastiff versus Joe Coffey and a last man standing match. Joe Coffey and Travis Banks versus Noam Dar. I'll go with Noam Dar because I know who that is. So, yeah. Listen, guys, like Barack, I don't know who these dweebs are on NXT UK. I only care about NXT America, where I'm going to also be the WWE NXT World and Universal Champion all at once. Vince McMahon, call me. I'm not going to face losers like Seth Rollins. If I'm going to go to WWE, I'm going to go ahead and face main eventers like Brock Lesnar. I'm not going to take my time facing nerds and dweebs like Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns and the new Bootios. Like, I'm not going to face them. I'm going to face real champions. All right, Colby's pretty good. I think Colby. Which one's better? Is it Connor or Colby? Is Connor or Colby the best impression that I do? I'll tell you what. I'm going to NXT UK and I'm taking over. My phone was a balloon. My phone was a balloon when I found Habib. He went over there and he just held my leg the whole time. Hold me down. They want to fucking fight me like a man. He wanted to fight me like a man. We could have done it. If you want the third round, if you want the third round, I was handling my business with Habib. Habib had no chance with me in the third round. I was hitting with uppercuts, clean shots to the head. Habib's head was rocking like a bobblehead. He was going to sleep. In the fourth round, that freaking coward. If you watch the fourth round closely, Habib grabbed my trunks. He grabbed my trunks under the crotch. He grabbed my crotch and he injured my crotch. My foot was a balloon. How the hell was I going to fucking fight him and defend his takedowns when he was freaking cheating like that? Steven Seagal was legit back in the day, but now, no, he's not legit. Back in the day, yeah, Steven Seagal was legit. And I'll tell you what I have between Habib and Dustin, look, I respect both fighters. I fought both men. Knocked Dustin out like a paper bag in the wind. Habib, we all know how that rat bastard works. He cheated. I know I can beat him. I know, especially when I'm 100% healthy, I can beat Habib any day of the week. It's only just a matter of time. And the reason why I haven't fought yet, look, I plan to fight Frankie Edgar. I respect that he wants to fight me. He wants to tell his grandkids that he fought Conor McGregor. That's awesome. I love to run it back with Nathan. He told him Mastodon not to midget. But the thing is, I'm waiting. I just had surgery on my bicep. You guys want me to go in less than 100% like last time? That's not going to happen. I'm going to go in 100%, and I'm going to go take down Habib with my left hand. Steven Seagal is a boom. That's all you know about Steven Seagal. Oh, he taught Anderson Silva the crane kick. Well, I taught Anderson Silva everything he knows when I was at a young age of 10. Taught him the spin kick and the left hand and the counter and the matrix. I gave Anderson Silva the code to the matrix. I told Anderson Silva, this is how you do it, the head bob and movement. I'll tell you what, if I ever fought Habib when in my prime, when I was fighting a lot, and I didn't have to, my foot wasn't a balloon,
Oh, it wouldn't even touch me. My face would have been beautiful by the end of the night, and we would have been saying and new. The death ladder match. Oh, look at the young bucks. Did I ever tell you these guys? They asked me to join their little promotion. They called me up and they said, "Hey, we want you to join All Elite Wrestling." And he said, "You're not Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon, he's a dawn in this industry. Triple H is a dawn in this industry." They said, "Well, we have Cody Rhodes. Who the fuck is that guy? Who the fuck is Cody Rhodes? I don't know who Cody Rhodes is." And I saw the Young Bucks are facing a bunch of clowns in a ladder match where there's death. You want to talk about death? Just face me in the middle of the octagon and face my left hand. That's death right there. That is death. Them going up there and acting like little monkeys jumping off. That's just foolish. Death is facing me in the middle of that octagon. Death is facing me when I'm prime and ready. Just ask anyone in the featherweight division. Ask Dustin Poirier. Ask Jose Aldo. Ask Nate Diaz. Ask Eddie Alvarez. So screw their death. Because the only death is me with my left hand. Those bums. All right. that was a pretty good Connor. I like doing Connor. It's fun. Yeah. It gets rusty when you don't hear him talk a lot. That's the one thing about impressions for anyone that wants to know, like key tip, you got to hear the person talk a lot. If you don't hear the person talk a lot, it's hard to do an impression. You got to be able to hear them talk so you can get the rhythm and the cadence down. It's hard. Like, I don't listen to many Cody interviews, but this is my Cody impression. I feel like there's no heels or faces in the company anymore. I feel like wrestling is like its own canvas, and you guys can paint the picture and interpret the way you want. I don't feel like there's casual fans anymore in wrestling. I feel like it's mostly the lapsed fan, the fan who has given up on professional wrestling, and that's what AEW is going for. I just don't feel like going for casuals is the right way to go. Yeah. What are your thoughts on the Fight Night Champion and how would you rate it? Fight Night Champion is probably one of the best Fight Night games ever. Definitely the second best Fight Night game ever, next to Round 4. It goes Round 4 and Champion, then Round 3. Round 3 is the best arcadey boxing game, but Fight Night Champion is like the best pure boxing game. The storyline is really good with Andre and Isaac Frost. I like that game. It's one of my favorite games. I still have it on my Xbox. That's how much I like the game. Really like it. Definitely a 9 out of 10 for me. What are your thoughts on Meltzer's comment on Roman Reigns' movie reaction? That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard Meltzer say. Like, he was reaching. So you guys don't notice, I have a bunch of stuff that I never released. I did a Chase Meltzer. I did a recording of a Chase Meltzer, and it was just me pretending to be Dave Meltzer talking to myself. I can't play it for you now, mainly because the stream will just crash. But this is a sample that I did. I was all like, I went to the movie theater and I watched Fast Five. Hobbs and Shaw, and I went with my wife and we went to AMC, and Roman Reigns appeared on the screen and got no reaction, just none, no reaction whatsoever for Roman Reigns, who's supposed to be the top guy of the WWE. And I asked about a bunch of people in the theater. A lot of people knew who I was too, and they said, "Hey, who was that on the screen?" And I said, "Oh, it's Roman Reigns. That's The Rock's cousin." None of them clicked. But what was interesting was earlier on in that theater, before the movie hit, there was an AEW trailer. And I'm not even kidding you when I say this. Everyone in the movie theater, after they saw that trailer, got up and started to give a round of applause. They're so amazed of what that trailer was. I remember, like I said, people knew who I was. They came up to me saying, "Hey, what is this AEW? The Young Bucks, who are they? They look interesting. That Hangman Page is just gravitating towards me. Who are these people?" It just shows you how much of a revolution AEW is. I mean, before the movie, they got the reaction. Roman Reigns during the movie didn't get even a reaction at all. I had a bunch of people, and this was during the movie too. They didn't care about it at the end. They just came up to me and said, "Hey, who is that guy?" He did the spear and everything, and no one reacted. And it just shows that WWE, they just don't create the stars anymore. They just let the stars rot and do nothing. So yeah, I did that. That was a bit I did on Chase Meltzer. I pulled up the script. So don't think, oh, Chase did that on top. No, I have a script. I can't do as much as people would like to think. Oh, I can do stuff on top of my head. No, there's scenes I can do off the top of my head, and then there's scripts. That was a Chase Meltzer script that I did, and it was funny. And I did a whole like everything about John Moxley, and I just never released it. I don't know why. I have stuff that I'd never release. It's just bad. I really should maybe I'll make a dark tape, like the Dark Ages. Like I had another Chase Wyatt Funhouse. I had a Chase Wyatt Funhouse. I had my friend help me film that one. That one you guys will never see. Maybe I'll release it. Who knows? But yeah, I had a Chase Wyatt Funhouse. I had a Finn Balor entrance that I did. And this is when I was doing editing reviews, so I just did it. So that way I could just edit it in for anytime he brought up the stupid paint. It was pretty dumb. I do a lot of dumb videos that I just don't release. But yeah, the Chase Oliver Funhouse one, that one it's just terrible. And I just never released it because I thought it was so fucking bad. Or the Chase Wyatt Funhouse. Know what to say, man. Is CM Punk a Dawn? To Chase McGregor, no. Is AEW getting a video game? I heard they're working on one, but I don't know if they're getting it this year or for like next year, but I'm pretty sure they're working on one. They said, yeah. People are inclining that Ukes will develop a new AEW game since 2K split it up with them. I think they would. Why wouldn't they? I mean, they already have the engine and they already know what they want to do with it. They're a well-established video game company when it comes to wrestling games. So, yeah, why not go for it? I think that's a really good idea if they do. I would be dumb if they didn't partner with AEW, in my personal opinion. Have you seen Mitch Smith's YouTube channel before he deleted it? It's called Global Smith Entertainment, the same guy that created Wrestling Group. Yeah, no, I saw it. I miss Mitch. Mitch was a good friend of mine. He helped me get into YouTube. He helped me with my channel when I first started out. I have nothing but nice things to say about Mitch. He was such a fucking awesome dude. I miss those days sometimes, man. Sometimes I just sit here and I'm like, wow, it's 2019. Granted, yes, my channel has kind of like staggered and hasn't really grown as much, and that's mostly on my fault. And then also with school be more of a priority and, you know, health and everything coming in. But man, it's almost been 10 years. It's crazy. Crazy. Some YWC people, it's been 10 years. Like, shout out to Stevie Breach and freaking Yaya and a bunch of other guys, man. Shout out to them. True Slayer and Spinnernet. All right, anyways, guys, that's it for this stream. You guys are so awesome. Thank you guys so much for watching and having fun with me for 30 minutes. I literally was not going to plan on doing another 30 minutes, but Chase Covington came involved, and, you know, McGregor came involved, and then a bunch of other questions came involved. So thank you guys very much for this fun time, as always. So, yeah. I'll see you guys Sunday morning for All Out live review. We're going to do that once I finish watching All Out on Sunday morning, but we'll be watching All Out together. Oh, not together. Maybe we could do that, right? I just watched a replay live or something. I don't know. Would I get flagged for that? We could work something out. That'd be fun. But yeah, we'll review All Out together. TakeOver UK card. I don't know anything about TakeOver UK. I don't even watch it. Because see that Saturday, Akira Touchdown is going to be a busy one for Chase Oliver. So I'm going to be watching. I think I talked about it in the beginning of the stream. Waking up 6 a.m. to watch Andrade versus Weili Zhang. Then I'm going to be watching some of NXT TakeOver UK. Then I'm going to be watching Alabama versus Duke. Then I'm going to be watching Lomachenko versus some jobber.
I'm gonna be busy, man. So, oh, it's tomorrow. I thought it was Saturday. I have work in the morning from like 10 to like 6:30. Then I'm going to a football game. Then I'm going to party. So I don't know. We'll see. All right. Thank you guys very much for watching. I don't know anything about NXT TakeOver UK, and it's hard to review it because all I know is that Walter is pretty sick, and Cesaro might be there. No, okay. So here's the thing, Shadow Badass. Chase Bank won't let me re-sign up for New Japan Network. I can't get New Japan World again because they think it's some illegal website. I told them it's just wrestling, and they're like, "Oh no, you looked at the IP and it's not." I was like, "Dude, it's freaking New Japan," and they won't respond until New Japan World responds saying they're just a streaming service, but they don't understand what the hell they're saying. So yeah, I don't have New Japan World anymore. It's fucking bullshit. Because Chase Bank had to say that it was an illegal account. So yeah, man, I wish I could be watching some New Japan. I'm so behind. Yeah, I know. I was so pissed. I was so pissed at Chase Bank. Like, I literally called Chase Bank. Like, here's the thing. You guys should know about me. I don't really get pissed off about a lot of things. I'm very, like, level-headed a lot of times. But this really pissed me off because for, like, at least 2 years, they've been seeing that $9.98 has been leaving my bank account for New Japan World. All right? You would think 2 years that you're seeing a Japanese company taking money from a bank account, you would think, oh, that's fine. No, according to Chase Bank, they thought that was weird that New Japan World was taking money from my account. I told them, I said, look, it's a pro wrestling stream. There's nothing freaking wrong about it. There's nothing illegal. Oh, we did some IP checks, and it's actually not a safe network, and we don't trust this channel at all. So we're just canceling it from your transactions. You can always use PayPal to pay. So I said, oh, okay, yeah, cool. So I used the PayPal. Same thing again. Since my PayPal is connected to JP Morgan, they're like, oh, yeah, no, sorry. You have to keep money in your PayPal account. You can't use JP Morgan with it. So I was like, oh, here's the thing, bud. I'm not going to go sit here and leave $10 in my PayPal account. I know everyone's like, oh, well, why don't you just leave money in your PayPal account? I can, but here's the thing. I don't know if there's other surplus fees that I don't know about, and I don't know if my PayPal account will get a weird balance if I only keep my transfer. The connection's having trouble. That's awesome. Let's go on. Plus, if I transfer that money in, there's probably like a transfer fee, and I don't want to deal with that. I'm not going to pay, like, I know it's going to be like, Chase, it's only $1, but man, that $1 could get me some gas, man. You never know. So I was like, nope, I'm not going to do that. Like, oh, you can't connect your Chase account with it. So I was like, oh my freaking God. And so I just said, screw it. I didn't want to put on my credit card because my credit card is always like in case of emergency type of thing, where it's like I can just really, like, textbooks and stuff like that. Like, my credit card's for school and textbooks. My credit card is not meant for me to just go like, oh yeah, you could buy this shit. Some of my credit card is for. So didn't want to put on my credit card. So I was like, ah. So I'm still fighting Chase Bank on this one. And they said, well, we sent an email to them, so hopefully they respond. They still haven't responded. New Japan World. I want to watch Okada. He's my favorite wrestler right now. Tired of watching him illegally. Don't get me wrong. I found ways to watch the G1. It's called Watch Wrestling. It's not that hard. But it sucks that I can't watch it live because of New Japan World. Because Chase Bank thinks it's a bad thing. So if you guys have JP Morgan or if you guys have a bank and you guys have money going out from New Japan World, just contact them and let them know that it's a safe website. Because if they do some background checks, they might take it away. Anyways, thank you all very much for watching. Have yourself a good one. No Yahoo. I'm really tired. I'm going to bed. Peace.